Hello everyone, welcome back to the lecture series on electronic instrumentation, and this is Shekhar, your course instructor. In the previous lectures, we have discussed about various electronic instruments used for the measurement of current and voltage. And here we are at the last topic of this module, which is nothing but the Q meter. So, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about Q meter, which is used for the measurement of quality factor or dissipation factor of a component or an instrument. So, before going into the actual concepts of this Q meter, let us discuss about the learning outcomes of this lecture. So after successful completion of this lecture, you will be able to understand the functioning of a Q meter and what is the purpose of having a Q meter for the measurement of quality factor. Okay. So now why we need a Q meter? So we have a lot of components which are used in the measurement devices or any electronic circuitry which are associated with internal resistances or capacitances. So it is very essential to measure the quality factor or dissipation factors of these components and circuits. And for the measurement of this quality factor or dissipation factors, we can use the bridge circuits, but we can face some problems while using these bridge circuits, because when the quality factor of the components is very high, the bridge circuits are not able to give an appropriate proper indication of proper reading. So we need to have an exclusive meter for the measurement of this quality factor of these components, especially for inductors. So for that purpose, we have designed this Q meter. So Q meter is used for the measurement of quality factor, and it's generally used for the measurement of quality factor of inducting coils, and this can be used for the measurement of small values of capacitors or bandwidth of the equipment also. So now we will see the construction details of the Q meter. Here, this is the circuit of the Q meter. So the Q meter will be having an oscillating circuit which will provide the frequency signals, and it is having one shunt resistor connected in parallel to this oscillator and the thermocouple voltmeter, and it is also having a resonating capacitor and a digital voltmeter connected across and a series resonant circuit. So the functioning of this Q meter will be based upon the series resonance concept of the series resonance concept. So whenever we connected a series resonance circuit and maintain it under resonance, we can use this component used for the measurement of quality factor of any particular component. So now we will see so before going into working principle of this circuit, now let us determine what is quality factor. The quality factor Q is given by XL by R, XL by R, and XL is given by, and this XL is given as omega L by R, where XL is nothing but inductive reactance, and R is equivalent resistance of the circuit. So quality factor is nothing but the ratio of inductive reactance to the resistance, which is given by XL by R, and XL is nothing but omega L. So here we are using the concept of series resonant. Whenever you are connecting a series resonant circuit in a configuration like this, and if you check out the voltage across this series resonant circuit, now let us discuss about the working principle of this Q meter. Here we are using the concept of resonance for the measurement of quality factor of any component. So here we are taking a RLC circuit, which is nothing but a resonance circuit. Here we have a RLC circuit which is used for the resonance, and this resonating circuit is connected in series to the source. So the measurement of quality factor can be done by using this resonating circuit. So the principle is like, whenever we connect a resonating circuit in series to a voltage source, and the resonating circuit is made for resonance, then the voltage across the capacitor C, will be Q times quality factor times of the input voltage source. So by using this measurement setup, we are able to measure the quality factor of the component, and it is done by measuring the voltage across this capacitor, resonating capacitor C, which is given as Vc. So this Vc, which is the voltage across the resonating capacitor C, will be equal to quality factor Q times of the input voltage generated by this oscillator. So if you maintain this input voltage generated by this oscillator as constant, and if you measure the voltage across this resonating capacitor, we can determine the quality factor Q of the any component used in this circuit, because the voltage across this capacitor C will be equal to Q times the voltage, input voltage applied. So if we are maintaining the input voltage as constant, then we are able to determine the quality factor of this instrument or quality factor of this component. So here we are using an oscillator, and this oscillator will be having a range of 100 kilohertz to 100 megahertz, and to this oscillator in parallel we are having a shunt resistance RSH shunt resistance, and the shunt resistance value will be around 0.02 ohm. So a very low resistance will be used as a shunt resistor across this oscillator, and because we are using this shunt resistor of very small value, the voltage drop across this resistor will be very high, and the total voltage across this oscillator, which is given as input, will be flowing through the circuit. So there will be no, as the shunt resistance value is very low, which is nothing but 0.02 voltage, the complete voltage which is generated by this oscillator will be passed on to the further stages, as the resistance value offered by this input source will be very less. So complete voltage generated by this voltage source will be offered to the further stages, and the inductive coil for which the quality factor has to be measured is connected in this resonating circuit, in the test bench of this resonating circuit. So here we mentioned unknown coil. So the quality factor of the coil for which we need to measure, the coil is connected in this resonating circuit in this area, and then this circuit is made to resonance by varying the capacitor value of this resonating capacitor or the frequency of this input oscillator. By varying the frequency of this input oscillator or the value of this variable capacitor, we will make this resonating circuit to resonance, and when this circuit is under resonance, we will be measuring the voltage across this resonating capacitor, and that voltage will be equal to quality factor times the input voltage. As we are maintaining this input voltage as constant, by determining the voltage across this resonating capacitor, we can determine the quality factor of this unknown inductor L connected in the circuit. So in this way we are able to measure the quality factor of the component. So as we have already given, quality factor Q is equal to XL by R, and which is nothing but omega L by R, and when the circuit is at resonance, the XL value will be equal to XC, nothing but I into XL will be equal to I into XC, which is nothing but VC, voltage across the capacitor. So at resonance, XL will be equal to XC, and XL can be represented as IXL will be equal to IXC, and this one will be equal to VC, which is nothing but voltage across the resonating capacitor, and the voltage applied across the input source is given as V, and this can be calculated by using V is equal to IR. The voltage applied across the input is V, and it is calculated by V is equal to I into R, V is equal to IR, and from that the quality factor can be given as Q is equal to XL by R, and XL can be represented by IXL by R, and IXL is nothing but VC. So it is given as VC by R. So quality factor Q is equal to VC by R, where VC is the voltage measured across the resonating capacitor, and R is the resistor value connected in the series resonant circuit. So in this way we can calculate the quality factor. Now let us see the applications or advantages of this Q meter. So the first application is, it is used for the measurement of quality factor of the inductor. We can use the Q meter for the measurement of quality factor of inductor, and it is used for the measurement of unknown impedance. We can use the Q meter for the measurement of unknown impedance. In the same way, we can use the Q meter for the measurement of unknown capacitor values also. We can use this Q meter for the measurement of values of unknown capacitors, and by using this Q meter we are able to measure the inductance, self-capacitance and bandwidth of any circuit. By using this Q meter, we can measure inductance, effective resistance, self-capacitance and bandwidth of any circuit. And these are the references for this lecture. Thank you.